fan for some head. Let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand. Girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I dare. She tweet, I guess she confess. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best to get spontaneous. Our stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bag, don't touch my perk.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your OKC Thunder post-game analysis live stream. Apologized last night that I was not on, or not last night, night before last, Monday night. I have learned that when I'm angry and I'm pissed off at what the Thunder coaching staff are incapable of doing, I don't do the show. And I've learned because if I go on and I do the show, then I'm going to say things that I can't take back. I've done one show where I was angry, and I probably went a little bit farther than what I should have. And then I've had some people come back and talk to me about that and say, Matt, you shouldn't do it when you're angry. You need to do the show when you're calm, because then you give more of a, oh, my hat is all turned sideways. What the hell is that about? I could give more of an analysis and less of a, I'm pissed off, which is what I would have been the other night. I was livid. I was absolutely livid, and so were the people leaving the arena after getting shut out 16-0. So, that being Roshan, we are cooked again against Kerr. Yeah, he's there. This is what happened the other night. What they did is they went into a zone every time the last time SGA scored in 5 minutes and whatever to go in the fourth quarter, they went into a zone, and as they put SGA at the top of the key, he was the facilitator. Boom, he scores right away. After that, they made sure that he got the ball. And then they double-teamed him, and then they make us pass to the middle. And then you didn't have iHeart because iHeart had a broke nose, so he did not play. And then that forced us to shoot threes, and I think we missed our last 14 threes or something stupid like that. That being said, what teams have done, and when you saw tonight, Brooklyn, what did they do? Come out, double-team SGA, take the ball out of his hands right away. And then they're double-teaming J-Dub now because they know he doesn't have the handles to do it, which is why A.J. Mitchell not being here hurts us. Hotspot Casino, one of our guys in our chat that comes all the time, that's his guy. And I was reluctant at first to believe and see what he was doing or listen to what he was saying, but he was right on point about A.J. Mitchell. And then since then, what Dagnall has done is he's tried to put the five that he normally plays with SGA with J-Dub to cover him up. That's what he did. Okay? Hey, Burgess, yeah, I'm a lot more calmer than I was Tuesday morning. When I was Tuesday afternoon, I was a little fired up. Yeah, how about the Detroit Pistons taking care of the Celtics tonight? Hey, that boy Cade Cunningham is showing out. And guess what? He doesn't play the same amount of minutes as a guy who's not the best player on the team. He's the best player on the team. He plays the most minutes. He doesn't have somebody who the coach is trying to develop and think he's the best player, and they play the same amount of minutes. Like tonight, SJ sat for 6 minutes. 7 minutes. Almost 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. I'm telling y'all right now, just like I did with Russell Westbrook, this guy, this coach, he ain't the guy. His coaching staff, they don't know. They're all built in one based on what he wants to do. He has no clue what the hell he's doing. He is a developmental coach, and when things broke down the other day, he was putting, all you have to do is call a timeout and say, listen, no more threes. Take the ball to the basket. Wiggins, don't shoot a three with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Caruso, you know better than to foul a guy when you're up 3 with 6 seconds to go and the guy's driving to the basket, which is what we want, not to give up a 3, and then you're going to foul him? And then Dort, you're going to come down and foul a guy with less than 30, 45 seconds to go on the shot clock or in the game? You're going to foul somebody on an offensive rebound? What are you doing? Burgess says, I agree on the minutes take. Nothing new with Mark in regards to minutes management. No, he is the minutes manager. It's going to cost us. Steve Kerr is good. That's why we have a problem with Golden State. That's why we have the problem with the Mavericks. And I can tell you this right now. We play anybody other than the sorry ass Nets, we get beat. They were 18 for 36. 18 for 36 at one point. Okay? They were playing out their damn minds. And then what ended up happening is they ended up being, let me see, what were they? 23 of 61. And remember, they were 18 of 36. So they went 5 out of their last 25. And it wasn't like we were guarding them. They were wide open before. Rashawn says the good news is that OKC fans are starting to realize Mark ain't the guy. That's true. But the Thunder, that is, Rashawn, what it is people who understand the game are starting to go, what the hell? If you're a novice to the game, all you know is that we're winning. All you know, he was the coach of the year last year. That's all you know, we're winning. That's all you know. You're not looking at the intricacies of the game like I am or like you guys are. And when you're doing that, the frustration level goes through the roof because of what you see us not doing. What you see us not accomplishing. When you see teams make moves on us, there's no counter. Like tonight, we were down 18. 15 of them in the fourth quarter. They're shooting lights out. We're casually going through the game. No real urgency about anything defensively. And they're killing us. Why? Because the first thing they did is double team their shit and get the ball out of his hands. They started the game off doing that. And guess what's going to happen? Every team is going to realize that makes SGA have to work harder he can't just pass the ball now because he knows that's not working. Because he don't have a Josh Giddey to throw the ball to, because when they started trapping this 4 years ago, they'd give it to Josh, and then Josh would just murder teams. So they couldn't double team us. Now, you can't give it to J-Dub. You have to give it to Ihart. And only shot Ihart has is a floater. So if you take that away, then we're back to shooting threes. And as I've said many, many times, if the Thunder are making threes, I don't give a shit who we play. Whether it's the Celtics, whether it's the Cavaliers, whether it's the Nuggets, whether it's the Lakers. It is irrelevant who we play if we're knocking down threes. But this is what teams are understanding and what I've been saying all along. If you take SGA out and you don't let him start scoring where everybody else relaxes, and you make like Dort, he turned the ball over 2 times in a row. I'm sorry, Dagnall. You need to regulate him back to, listen, I want you shooting threes. I don't want you trying to make plays. He is incapable of making plays. You're losing possessions. And in the playoffs, you get 5 to 7 less possessions a game. You can't afford to give away 2. That's what Westbrook did. That's why we couldn't win playoff games or playoffs, because of him. That's why the Lakers couldn't win. That's why the Rockets couldn't win. That's why the Nuggets won't win. He doesn't get it. He doesn't. And if this coach is continually trying to develop players instead of saying, look, this is what you're good at, we're going to maximize that. We're not trying to develop you into all this other stuff. And like me with Wiggins. Wiggins makes a play, then he makes 2 bad plays. Then he'll make a play, then he'll make another bad play. Because he's trying to do stuff that he's not capable of doing. But what other teams are saying is, we're going to take SGA out because we understand. If he's rolling, our team feels no pressure, and they're going to knock down shots. If we're taking SGA out and we're making Jada make a play, Chet make a play, Ihart make a play, Wiggins make a play, Joe make a play, Kaysen make a play, Caruso make a play, Wiggins make a play. If you make the others try to make plays, the Thunder are in trouble. That's what you saw tonight. That's what you saw the other night. That is the recipe, and like I've said before, SGA cannot afford to be lackadaisical. He has to be in attack mode right from the beginning, because now he knows what's going to come. They're going to double team him. He's got to be in attack mode right from the beginning, because it's really easy to split the double team. It just burns too much energy. That's why he's not trying to do it. But if you don't have the right guy in the middle to connect the ball, which of course is iHeart, and all iHeart does is shoot a floater. J-Dub is not capable of being that man to come out of the double team. He doesn't have the skill set to do that, nor does he have the smarts to do that yet. He might, but right now he ain't there. In year 3, he ain't there. That leaves you with Dort and hell the hell no, I don't want that, and Chet, hell the hell no. So that only leaves you with iHeart as the person to pass to, and all he has is a floater. He can go to the basket a little bit, but against a good team, yeah, that ain't happening. So therein lies what the Thunder are facing now. This coaching staff is going to have to come up with a solution to getting us off early, because if you get down 18 to the Cavaliers, it's done. Excuse me. If you get down 18 to the Lakers, you're done. You get down 18 to the Nuggets, you're done. You get down 18 to the Timberwolves, you're done. You get down to these teams, you're done in the playoffs because you don't have enough possessions. You're done. That's facts. So you can't afford to give away possessions. You can't. You have to be able to understand, here's what a possession is. We have to make the maximize it. The other question is, does this coaching staff have the experience in order to understand what's going on and how to counteract what we are seeing and what we're going to see? Because I promise you, they gave you the blueprint. Double team SGA, play in the zone, double team SGA, then do a box and one on him, which means I'm going to put one guy on him and then let the others try to make plays. It's not going to happen. That's what gets the Thunder in trouble. Rashawn, they're leaving Dort wide open, thus thinking he can create a shot. Right, that's exactly Rashawn. He thinks he can create a shot. Why? Because Daignault has believed and said, hey, we need you to do. No, he ain't capable. Put him in the this is what I want a coach to do. And this is what I said is his issue. Give me a coach that understands this is what you're good at, I don't want you there. This is what you're good at, I need you over there. This is what you're good at, I need you right there. That's what a good coach does. This guy's a developmental coach. Oh, I can turn these guys into players. No, you can't. They are all right now established. And my point is this. Why are you waiting to now to develop Wiggins? Why didn't you do this 2 years ago when we were all screaming for you to allow Wiggins to be better? You didn't do it now. All of a sudden you're going to do it? And like I said, for every one play he creates, he messes up twice in a critical situation. Rashawn, Mavs, Golden State, and Timberwolves first-round matchups may result in a first-round exit. 100%, Burgess. 100%. Because, like I said, there is no coach other than the Oklahoma City Thunder coach that's going to sit the MVP of the league for 7 minutes in a quarter. So he can play the exact number of minutes as a guy who's not even in the top 25 players in the league, top 30. Big Taz, what's up? Hope all is well. All is good, dude. But that's my issue. How do you do that over and over and over and over? He ain't the guy. And I think you're right. It scares me because the Mavs know how to play us. The Golden State Warriors know how to play us. The Timberwolves know how to play us. And they got players who can make plays. And by the way, great block by Ant-Man the other night against SGA. He had 103, had him beat, and the fourth guy came and got him. The Nets tonight, 23 of 31 from the field, from the three. Remember, they were 18 for 16 at one point. 18 for 36 at one point. So they went 5 out of their last 26. Thunder, 9 for 30. Horrible shooting night again. If we were playing anybody other than the Nets, we would have another loss. That's a fact. We shot 53%. They shot 40. 46 rebounds to 45. Pips points in the paint. Now we're back up. The other night, the Timberwolves had 62 points in the paint. That's why we got beat. 62 points in the paint. You can't beat teams like that. You just can't. It doesn't work like that. and the Thunder just don't get it. They just don't. It is what it is. The coach is who he is. (46 rebounds to 45). Like I said, pips, points in the paint, and then of course turnovers. They only had 15. 15 turnovers. We had 12. Our bench outscored their bench. And remember, the other night against the Timberwolves, the numbers were the exact opposite of what they were the night before. The exact opposite. Box scoring, here's the box score. Boy, this is frustrating for me, guys. Chet, 22 points. Chet played good tonight. He's starting to get back in the flow. 22, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Chet was good. We got to quit reaching when we go. I mean, I think that Caruso and them are making fouls and doing things because he's never played with Chet and understands you've got a shot blocker inside. So he's got to realize when I'm playing with Chet, I know I can let guys go by. I don't have to try to block their shot because I've got a shot blocker there. So he's going to have to understand not to commit dumb fouls. J-Dub, 34 minutes, 22 points, 8 for 16, 1 for 5 from 3, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. Played okay. Not great. He played decent. iHeart, 24 minutes, 6 for 9. Chet, 32 minutes. 6 for 9, 13 points, 2 rebounds. And, he was playing a little gingerly, you could tell. SGA, 27 points, 7 for 11, 34 minutes. 1 for 2, 12 for 13 from the line, which I like. I like that. Those are numbers I like, getting back up to 90%. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, no blocks tonight. Dort, 21 minutes, 1 for 7, 1 for 5. I'm just over him trying to shoot. I'm over it. Hey, baby, I love you. Hi. I know I got to do my show, and then I'll play with you here in a little bit, okay? My big boy over here wanting attention, shocking. Jay Will, 5 minutes. I like Jay Will, but I'm sorry. I don't want to see him on the court. I want iHeart or Chet on the court, even though I know that you've got to spell iHeart some. But iHeart would have played 29 minutes instead of 24. But I think, they're being a little cautious with his nose, which I completely understand. Caruso, 20 minutes, 2 for 3. 2 for 3 from the field, 1 from the line or from 3, 5 points. But his defense was what it always is. Isaiah Joe, 12 minutes, 0 for 2, 0 for 2. If he's not making shots, you can't play him. You can't. You just can't. Wiggins, 29 minutes, 11 for 19. He shot 19 times. He took 8 more shots than SGA for 24 points. You heard me right. He took 8 more shots than SGA, Aaron Wiggins. Okay? Cason Wallace, 30 minutes, 6 for 10. 13 minutes. So think about this. SGA played 5 more minutes than Wiggins and took 7 less shots, 8 less shots. But the coaching staff is okay with that. How can you have somebody shoot more than your best player? Let me see, Big Al. Let me see, Big Taz. May I ask you, what do you think the problem is with the Knicks? I think the problem with the Knicks is really simple, Big Taz. They don't have, without Mitchell Robinson inside, Cat is not a 5. Cat is a 4, which, like we talked about the other night with Minnesota, we had a Minnesota fan who is like one of our guys now who's a subscriber. The Knicks' issue is until Mitchell Robinson gets back, they have no inside presence. That's why they haven't beat the Thunder. That's why they haven't beat the Celtics. That's why they haven't beat the Cavaliers. They have no inside presence. So until they get a presence inside, until Mitchell Robinson comes back, they're in trouble. Cat is not a 5. He's not a rim protector. He's not. He's a 3-point shooter. He's a 4. He's like Chet, except Chet can block shots. He can't. But other than that, they're 4s. They're not 5. And losing iHeart has hurt them. If iHeart was still in New York with Cat, now I would not have kept Mitchell Robinson. I'd have kept iHeart. That's just me. and I kept him with Cat, because then you'd have what the Thunder have. But that's not what the Knicks chose to do. So to me, that's the Knicks' biggest issue. They have no inside presence whatsoever. He is playing more players, which is good because he needs to, because it's going to do just like last year. They played so many minutes last year, everybody got hurt. That was the problem. So, but anyway, Big Task, that's my adjustment on that. I think when he comes back, we'll see, because then you get an inside presence. You get Cat at the 4. You have Brunson doing his thing. You have Bridges doing his thing. You have Josh Hart doing his thing. So I think they'll be fine. But they have to have a big inside presence. They do not have one. And in this league, you have to have some big guys inside. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, SRB. By the way, happy birthday to Mark Long's wife, Maya. I was just with those guys earlier. We went over to O'Connor, the new resort here in Oklahoma City. Had some dinner. Their pot pie is unbelievable. Okay? Their pot pie is absolutely delicious. Delicious. So anyway, I went over there and hung out with them. So go out and support the guys, engineering, surveying, and planning, SRB. If you have a needs for, or if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, hit those guys up. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit our guys up over there. They can take care of you. They are excellent. They'll make sure everything does and is put exactly where it needs to be. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank at 401M, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YB East was off the Parkway in 66 at 39th Expressway. YB Mustang, located 218 North Mustang Road. YB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40 in front of the hospital. Cannot miss it. And then, of course, YB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, Creed Cologne, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. And I'm going to tell you this, they gave me some cologne. And I'm going to tell you, it's delicious. It's really good. They have a variety of different kinds of cologne for you, depending on what you like, whether you're an outdoor guy, indoor guy, however you want to smell. They've got some really, really good stuff. And remember this motto, remember, pick the best for your best. So if that's a guy, pick the best for your woman. If you're a woman, go pick the best for your guy. Doesn't matter. They got both sides. Penn Square Mall, go see my girl Beth. In fact, I saw her last night as well. Her and her guy, my guy Bob, love both of them. Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, Town East Mall in Wichita, Kansas, Oak Park Mall in Kansas City, Park Plaza Mall in Little Rock, South Plains Mall in Lubbock, and Westgate Mall in Amarillo. And like I said, dude, that's the only place I've never been. Never been to Amarillo. I need to go there. I don't know why I've never been there, but I haven't been there for whatever reason. So, but anyway, big task. Let me see. I really appreciate my take. You're welcome, Big Task. Hopefully, get some of your friends to come in and like what we're talking about here on After the Storm. You don't have to do it all. Let me see. The Thunder need the Warriors to be 6th or 7th seed. Well, Rashawn, then what about the Lakers? Or what about the Mavs? Okay, what about the T-Wolves? They're all right there, and one of them is going to be the 8th seed, and one is going to be the 7th seed. Now, remember, the Lakers, we don't have to worry about them because they're the 5th seed right now. Let me pull that up. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. In the NBA standings, let me fix that. I don't like when the West is smaller than the East. I don't like that. I want us to be bigger. I know. That's petty. But I am. Sorry. I'm petty. The Thunder, this is where we sit. Okay? I have not upgraded these yet. These are as of the other day. As of Tuesday morning. I have not updated them. So this is where we stand right now, okay? The Nuggets are 8.5 back. The Grizzlies, of course, won tonight, so they're 38-20, so they have the tiebreaker against the Nuggets. So I know that the Grizzlies are in second place because they won today. So they're 38-20. We're 47-21. So we're right at I believe an 8-game lead. I think it's or a 9-game lead is where we are. I believe since we both won, or maybe it's still 8.5. I don't know. But anyway, because we're 9 games up in the loss column, and then we're 47-30. What is that? 8 games up in the win column. So that's 8.5. That's where we are, 8.5 games. So we're still 8.5 games up with 25 games left. And we've talked about this. What we are with 28 games left, we're 3-1. With 28 games left, we're 3-1. This is where we are. Okay? This is where we are. We're 3-1. Okay? We're 3-1. Since after the All-Star game, after the All-Star break, first game was the Jazz. Beat the Jazz, beat the T-Wolves in Minnesota, lost, and then came back and beat the Nets tonight. So, now what this means on Friday, when we play the Hawks, I can promise you they're going to double team and come at us. That's what's going to happen. They're going to do the exact same thing that the Nets did. And the Nets are terrible. But you play against a good team and they're going to come at you like that, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. We're in trouble, I should say. But until this coaching staff comes up with a alternative, because that's what teams are going to do, take the ball out of SGA's hands, and they're going to put it in his guy's hands, J-Dub, which you can't put in his hands because he's not capable. And for me, once again, I'm going to say this again. We have the only coach that would sit the MVP of the league for 8 minutes and 7 minutes and a quarter in the fourth quarter. The only coach that would do that. Because his favorite guy and the guy that he's developing and trying to turn into SGA so that they can have an excuse to leave SGA for this guy. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to make the same damn mistake you made with Westbrook, with Kevin Durant. You had a generational player and you let him go because that's the guy you chose. And you've been in a funk for 14 years or however long, 9 years or whatever because of that stupid mistake you made. Now you have another generational player getting ready to be his first team All-NBA, getting ready to be one of the best players, probably MVP. And once again, you're taking someone who you think has upside and you're going to play him more and you're picking this guy over that guy. And as they said in Athletic 2 summers ago, can this coach a superstar? The answer is no, he cannot coach a superstar. You don't sit your superstar for 7 minutes and a quarter if he's not in foul trouble. And think about this. SGA has played 15 games or 14 games. He hasn't played the fourth quarter. And he basically didn't play the fourth quarter tonight. He didn't get into 3 minutes and something to go. How do you sit him for that long? This guy, I'm telling y'all, Dagnall is not the guy. I'm telling you. Just like Buck Showalter with the Yankees. Wasn't the guy. Burgess says, based on each team's schedule, we are on track to have a high possibility of playing the Mavs or Clippers. Yes, but it's going to depend on, like we said, Burgess said, well, I just pulled up the thing, and I'll pull it back up for you guys so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Right now, you have the T-Wolves, the Mavs, the Warriors, and the Kings. One of those is going to be the 8th seed. One of those is going to be the 7th seed. That's what you're looking at currently. Okay? Because the Rockets are probably going to win tonight against the Spurs. So that's where you're sitting, guys. You have the T-Wolves, you have the Mavs, you have the Warriors, and you have the Kings. And if you're looking at them, who do you project to be 7th? To me, I think the T-Wolves or the Mavs, because remember, when the Mavs get everybody back, they're going to be a completely different team when they have AD and Gafford and Lively to go with that team. They're going to be a handful. And plus, Jason Kidd knows how to beat Dagnall because he understands his weaknesses. So when you look at that Burgess, this is where we scare them. So based on the schedule, it doesn't matter because 7 through 10, here is the 7 through 10 seed. So I don't know. I don't. The Clippers may slide in there, but I love the Clippers. But see, if they're seventh, you still got either the Clippers, the Mavs, the Warriors, or the Kings, or the Clippers, the T Wolves, the Warriors, and the Kings, or the Clippers, the Warriors, the Kings, and the T Wolves. Okay, so based on their schedule, that's fine, but you're still looking at one of those four teams that you have to deal with. So the question is, what do you do? The next step is you've got to figure out they're going to double team SGA and do a box one. They're going to do that. And you've made the decision because you're passing it to iHeart, which, of course, you'd rather have him have it than Chet, than Dort, or J-Dub to make a play. Okay, he's the best passer of the group. He's going to make the correct play. When you see Chet try to throw alley-oop to iHeart tonight, threw it almost at the top of the backboard, it's like, bro, it's just not his thing. And plus, this is only Chet's fifth game back. He's got 25 left. Okay? So, all of that being said, what worries me about the Thunder is if our guys aren't hitting threes, we are vulnerable. Everybody knows what they need to do now. Take SG out the game and make the rest of the guys try to play. Now, Dagnall tonight, he clearly is trying to play Jada more, get him used to pressure situations. That's the damn that's the New Jersey Nets, bro. That ain't the Timberwolves. That's not Golden State. That's not the Nuggets. That's not the Lakers. That's not the Clippers. That's not the Mavericks. That's the damn Nets. He's supposed to do what the hell he does against them. The Warriors have an easy schedule in comparison to finish out the season. Okay, so that's fine, Burgess. So they can finish sixth, which means you have the Clippers, the T-Wolves, the Mavericks, and the Kings. So that's who you have. They have the easy schedule. I haven't looked at it, but I'll go by whatever you say. So to me, that's what it comes down to. That's the second team in a row. Think about this. They came out at the beginning of the game, double teaming SGA and taking the ball out of his hands. And it worked. So if you think that's not going to happen against the Hawks, if you think that's definitely not going to happen when we play the Rockets on Monday, yeah, hell yeah, it's going to happen. And the Rockets are way better than the Nets and way better than the Hawks. So we're going to have to deal with that. But as I've said before, SGA has to understand he's going to face that. So instead of him letting everybody play and then when J-Dub gets put on the bench, then he makes his move, which is what he always does. But now Dagnall is playing J-Dub longer, so SGA has to score a bunch of points in 3 or 4 minutes instead of 5 or 6 minutes because of Dagnall's schedule trying to play J-Dub more. They're not the same. But you guys are, I don't understand your love affair with Dagnall. I don't get now you guys, but you know what I'm saying? People who don't, I don't understand it. This ain't the guy. He does not know how to coach a superstar. You set the MVP of the league for 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Clearly your best player on your team is not even close. And you sitting for 7, 8 minutes. SJ just sitting over there laughing. He ain't even looking up at him anymore. He's like, this is a joke. He knows what he's doing. The team knows what he's doing. He's trying to get J-Dub experience to do that. It's the Nets, bro. We saw what you tried to do against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Got your shot block, got the ball stole over, got scored on. You ain't ready. It's your third year, you still ain't ready. He ain't the guy. It's year 3. And let's face it, we all know the only reason he's the MVP, that he got the All-Star break is because we're the number 1 team in the league. That's the only reason. You had to put him on there. You can't have the team with the best record with only 1 All-Star. Can't do it. You got to put him in there. And then tonight on FanDuel, which I hate watching FanDuel, because every time you turn around, here's J-Dub, here's J-Dub, here's J-Dub. Quit. I don't want to see no fucking pictures of J-Dub. Quit showing me pictures of him making a play. Yeah. He had like 10 points. Hadn't played worth a while. We showed the only plays he made. I'm like, really? When I'm watching, I don't even watch when I go if I'm on YouTube. I watch the NBA version of Thunder games, not the Thunder version. because the Thunder will highlight Jada. It's ridiculous. Burgess, in the bigger picture, I'm okay with teams showing their schemes a whole scheme or hand 2 months before the playoffs, other than seeing it unveiled in the playoffs. I agree, but you got to remember, in the playoffs, this is working. We have not. This is the second game in a row. They hit us right in the mouth. And until teams come out of that and allow us to go man to man, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Because once you make J-Dub try to make a play, Chet try to make a play, Wiggins try to make a play, Dort try to make a play, Kaysen try to make a play, Caruso try to make a play, Highheart try to make a play, Joe try to make a play. Well, you've got them playing outside of themselves, trying to force and make something happen. They're not able to do it. That's what has to happen. And it's not. So, anyway, that's the show for tonight. Uh, I'm just worried. I was worried about the other night, that one of two things that could happen. Number one, we could go into the tank and fall apart. Number two, we can figure out, if this is what they're going to do, how to adapt and change. The question is, which one of these are going to happen? Because one or the other has to happen. One or the other has to happen. So we'll see how it's going to work out. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Big Task. Appreciate you for coming on. And hey, get your other Knick fans to, tell them about our show and tell them what we're talking about here. So we are a team. We are a group of people that don't believe listening to the hype. We're going to tell you exactly how it is. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to lay it out there. And if you understand basketball, you know what the hell we're talking about. And we're not hating. I'm not hating on the Thunder. I'm just giving you what the hell's going on. And it's up to you to like it and listen to it or don't. It's up to you. So that being said, hey, everybody have some fun, relax, enjoy this nice weather out there. Go play some golf. I know I'm planning on it tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to go play Friday morning. Friday afternoon. Well, is that Friday? Let me see. When am I going out? I know I went and hit some balls yesterday because it was nice. Let me check the weather here. Yeah, Friday. I'm going to hit golf balls Friday because it's going to be 75. So I'm going to hit golf balls on Friday. That's my plan on Friday. So anyway, hey, everybody have a good night. Get some rest. Be safe. Snuggle up with your loved ones. I'm going to snuggle up with my big fat pit bull here in a minute. He's looking at me. That's my boy right there. He's missing me. I've been gone all day. So that being said, hey, peace out. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for support. And thank you for coming in our chat and giving your opinion.